success, prosperity, inner peace. Achieve it all. Follow the Master Method.
Welcome everyone to the Master Method. I am Marco Cias, your host. The Master Method is a show that was created with the intention to give the viewers tools to achieve your own life of success, prosperity, but most importantly, inner peace. Today's show is called The Power of Music. It's going to be great. We have our special guest today, the owners of Rocketeria. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah. That's it.
To be perfect to be a perfect parent. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, a charm to the gaiety, and fire to everything. It is the essence of order and leads to all that is just and beautiful. Plato.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Master Method. Today we have a special show in store with you guys. For you guys, it's called The Power of Music, and we have the owners of Rocketeria, Dave and Ariana. Welcome guys to the show.
Thanks for coming.
Cheers. Thank you very much for coming. And as every week, Julie, hello. Today we're going to talk about the power of music. What a wonderful show. And talk a little bit about what you guys do and how you guys influence so many lives through music. I know you guys have a store called Rocketeria. Can you tell us a little bit about what Rocketeria is? What is it?
Well, it's a music store. We teach music lessons. We sell musical equipment, accessories, and we serve the town of Olney. We're right in central Olney. So, you know, Olney, Brookville, Aspen Hill, the whole area. We teach music lessons primarily. We do groups, we call them jams, about 4 times a month.
I've seen you guys, your bands, you have a bunch of bands that play for you guys and run the shows. And
you guys pretty much live music.
Well, that's how we met. Dave and I are both,
really?
Yeah, Dave and I are both musicians. We met when his band and my band played a show together. And that's kind of what
year was that when you guys
How long ago was that?
That was 96.
96.
No, 96. Yeah.
It's 96. It was probably 96. I don't know.
Very cool.
It was 96.
But it was the 4th of July, and it was just right up the road, actually, in Wheaton. We met there, and...
so at that time you were in different bands?
Different bands.
Did you ever combine and form your band together?
Actually, we have.
That's another show.
That is another show. We actually we come from completely different sides of the spectrum as far as how we learn music, what our musical backgrounds are, what our skill level is, what our playing philosophies are. Right. So playing together is something that we've tried.
Where did you come from versus him, like in the music?
I learned late in life how to play guitar. Initially, as a kid, I was always creative and artistically inclined. I drew. I was an artist. And as often happens with people who are creatively inclined, some writers call it writer's block. But when you're creatively inclined, you hit a wall sometimes where you just can't produce anymore. Right. And as an artist, a visual artist, I wasn't producing. And I channeled that into music and started teaching myself how to play guitar by watching other people play. I just happened to live.
That's a gift.
Very cool.
Well, I had an ear. Apparently, and that's how I continue to learn and play is by ear. On the other hand,
what's your background, Dave? How did you get into music?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was 13, and I was the guy who would go home after school and be in a room with a record player for hours and just play along to a side of vinyl, flip it, play another 20 minutes, and learn all the heavy metal bands of the day. Learn to play that stuff note for note,
Who was
just from
your
listening.
inspiration at that time?
Well, it would be Ace from Kiss. Was, the reason I play guitar. But
That's my era.
but more, I just came up loving music because of the love of a song, and songwriters and people like Elton John and Neil Diamond. I love Neil Diamond.
And which is actually the only time we've ever played
And
in
I
a
never
band
would've guessed
together.
that.
Was the whole Neil Diamond thing. Yes.
Well, I think that is so. It's inspirational because music is so powerful, which is why why we called the show "The Power of Music" today. Because especially for children, it can inspire great things. The whole creative aspects of your brain and how it makes you feel, and it has this soothing effect on many, inspiration. It's so powerful.
It is. If you look at even a little farther, what music is, there is vibrations, and the whole universe is made of vibrations and energy, and even when we talk, there's vibrations, and that has an effect on things and people. And music definitely has an effect. I heard from my teachers, one of my masters when I was younger, and was saying how certain types of music can elevate you to a higher state in your mind. And I can totally see how, and
Which I'm sure you guys have experienced personally.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because I'm reading a book right now written by Pete Townsend, the guitarist from The Who, and he very much had this phase where he talked about the one universal note, in the world that everybody can harmonize with. And it's sort of heady stuff, but feeds off that vibration, and they wanted to put people in the audience that could participate with them, and it's kind of funny you mentioned that.
Oh, it is very cool that actually how that works, even in ancient times, or even at this time, like in other cultures like Tibet and India. Certain religions use they call it singing bowls, in which you touch them and produces a vibration and a sound, and it helps some of your internal energy centers called chakras, activates them, and it's incredible how vibrations and music do that, and on all different kinds of levels. So, and even with my own children in the car in the morning, we always play music, and sometimes I play a little trick when they're a little wild. I play some soft music for them and some relaxing music, and pretty soon they begin to calm down and they begin to relax a little more before they get to school.
Some people just don't realize why, let's say, a certain song affects them so much emotionally, or just subconsciously the vibrations of that particular song might have some kind of healing effect for them, somewhere, because the vibrations are so powerful in different areas.
Right.
And so, they might be attuned to a particular group or a type of song because of that, because it actually has physical effects on them.
And I'm sure it's definitely an emotional outlet for people to express their feelings and their creativity, like in your case. You channel yours through music.
Something I heard recently that also touches on the power of music. Gabby Giffords, the congresswoman who was shot in the head in Arizona and who's been rehabilitating, they discovered that to help reteach her how to speak, that they had much more success when they would sing.
Yes.
So she would practice speaking by singing a sentence. Instead of just speaking the sentence, she would sing it. And something about the melody and having to follow a pattern of a melody helped her muscle memory come back quicker, because when she had lost so much of her.
That's so powerful.
It's amazing.
Well, and I've also heard a lot of people with stuttering problems. They can't speak, but they can sing without stuttering a syllable. And so there's something within their brain, I guess, that.
And they have to tap in some sort of higher consciousness or something when they're singing. I would imagine, to draw that power.
One of Dave's. This is, you said that for children it's very important, and certainly we have many children at Rocketeria.
That's your expertise.
It is. We also have a fair number of adults, and one of Dave's students, who's been with us for a long time, is total testament to how healing music can be. This guy is an older guy. He'd always wanted to learn how to play guitar, and when he finally got the chance to do that, he came to us. He's got lots and lots of medical issues, medical problems, things that would make you and I maybe, or maybe not, because you're so amazing, but get depressed and get down and get discouraged. But he has such a wonderful attitude and is so thankful for the music.
Right.
The music has, I mean, talk about Dennis a little bit. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is amazing, and he's mostly blind, I think, as well. But here's a guy that just thrives on the opportunity to make music. He's adamant about his lessons. He doesn't miss. Well, he's missing one today, but that's okay. And he looks forward to participating with other people, because part of the whole thing with music is it can be a solitary activity, but really you enjoy sharing it with other people,
right.
both playing it and performing it for. And Dennis is he's a wonderful
Which is
example.
what I admire so much about the business that you have, because we've known you for a little while now because we're neighbors.
Right.
But you all affect the lives of so many people, children, giving them the appreciation and the venue to be able to learn these gifts and sharing your gifts with them, as well as doing things for the community. I know you've done several events, for causes like Project Change, for example, that benefit positive change in youth. Can you talk about a little bit about things that you're working on?
Well, Rock the Lot is a concert that we do every spring.
And it's really cool, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
We were there last year. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a good time having you guys there last year. Last year was really the first time that we expanded to include as much of the rest of our business.
Oh, it was
There were hundreds of people there.
People were dancing.
There
in
were
the
hundreds
streets.
of people playing music and
so
dancing. Everybody was happy.
Yeah.
And it was a great thing.
Well, it didn't hurt that we had a perfect day weather-wise, so
Yeah.
that always helps because it's an outdoor show. But Rock the Lot is an opportunity to, just kind of show the community what it is that we're about and what we love, and at the same time talk to the community about Project Change, which is a youth organization that teaches sort of youth empowerment and youth leadership and community involvement, sort of civic involvement. So, gosh, what can I say about Rock the Lot? I've been working on it for the last few days, so I'm just...
When is it coming up?
May 19th, sorry.
May 19th.
Sunday, May 19th.
All right.
It's the
So
last
you guys
event.
Save the date, May 19th.
Yeah. It's the last event of Olney Days celebrations, which happens every year. Olney Days have been going on since, I think, 1978. And it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday events, parade, fireworks, people doing events all over the town. And so Rock the Lot is the last event, and it goes from 4 until 8. It's a rain or shine event, so we put it on no matter what. We have a big stage, 4 or 5 bands this year. We're still working on the lineup for that, and of course we have lunch trucks and jousting, bounce, moon bounce.
I heard they had karate demonstrations.
We had a fabulous karate demonstration last year. Yeah,
Very handsome karate master and his wife. And with their students.
Well, what I love about that event, though, it's not only so much fun for the community, it allows people to just get together and gather as a community,
right.
But it's also for a really good cause. You guys are raising money for this organization. It's amazing.
It is very, very neat, and I really admire what you do. You guys ever heard of the book The Secret?
I've heard of it.
Well, it teaches how to use the law of attraction, how to achieve success, and things like that. And one of the teachers in The Secret, named Bob Proctor, which I happen to know personally, he's from Canada. And in the Secret movie, in the movie The Secret, he talks about how sometimes you can shift the way you're feeling. Sometimes when you're feeling down, when you're feeling bad, You can turn on a piece of music and it will change the way you feel automatically. That's how powerful music is. So I'm so happy that we can showcase what you guys do today and how you guys teach music to children so young, and they have these tools so they can feel good and vibrate good and go about life having these tools already without even knowing. Without even knowing they have an outlet for their creativity and they have this emotional outlet, for them. And I think it's very, very cool what you guys do for the young minds.
Well, music, just in society, every kid is connected to their iPods now because whatever they're listening to makes them feel good, makes them feel relaxed, whatever, effect it has on them. There's a reason why they're so connected to their devices now, and it's not just the video games. I mean, it's mostly the music and just I grew up with that,
Even when we teach at our studio, we have certain classes that are fitness classes, and people want to be motivated, put the music up, and people are punching the bags, doing sit-ups and crunches, and the music helps them, go that extra mile, and they're all happy and excited doing it, and it's all because of the music.
Right.
So one thing that reminds me of, you talked about like the calming properties that some music can have. So many children who are not athletically inclined turn to music, and we have a variety of students who have a variety of behavioral issues, kids with attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder, kids with Asperger's syndrome, kids with it's a haven for kids who don't fit in other places. I know that art was that for me when I was a little kid, that I didn't really fit into the conventional ways that kids would socialize or feel good about themselves or feel like they'd accomplished things, and I became a really great artist as a kid, and that gave me a feeling of self-worth and self-esteem, and we see that, and that is the best part of my job, is when I see a kid come in who's awkward and shy, and
see them blossom.
Yeah, to see them grow and blossom, and we encourage them,
all
and
of
we
that
give
through
them
music.
it's
what
all
an
through
amazing
music.
thing.
Yeah, amazing.
Well,
That's
we were talking
amazing.
about how much we love your business, but it sounds like other people are recognizing that. You were telling me that you got an award recently. What was that all about?
We did. We were awarded the it's called the Contribution to Community Award by the Greater Only Civic Association, called
Wow,
GOCA.
what an honor.
It was.
Congratulations. Congratulations,
I feel
you
like I'm
guys.
talking too much. You need to talk
Yeah,
more.
it was really cool. It's actually it's based on the Rock the Lot stuff. I think that was the event that sort of
Give you all the votes.
was the nucleus for the nomination and
Right.
whatnot. But it was great to be recognized, and I actually found being at the award ceremony, hearing other people's story from the other recipients of the various awards. So many great people doing great things in the town of Olney, and I mentioned that day that although having a music store doesn't make us rich in treasure by any means, the currency we prosper from is the character of the people that come into our store, and
Wow, that is
and
great.
the really good people. I look up to our customers, to many of them, and they're I'm just inspired by just how good people could be, and that's
That is great.
great
You've
compensation.
created relationships.
Yes.
They're not just customers,
right,
they're just
absolutely.
people that you have relationships with.
I don't think I'd know how to. I would not know how to treat people other than friends when you see them
It's
three
evident.
times a
When
month.
you walk in those doors, you feel that.
I know we're coming to go to commercials very soon, but I want to ask you a question before we go to commercials. If you were to leave the viewers today with one piece of advice that can help them change their lives and do better in their lives and in the future, why would that be as musicians? what would be your piece of advice, or teachers? You can answer independently, each one of you.
Well, as a business owner, as a family person, as a musician, I think education really is continue to be educated. I dropped out of high school, and I don't have preparation for life in the conventional form, but yet here I am today owning a business, and yeah, it's more from the heart than from the mind sometimes, but had I the chance to do it again, I would say, it's cliche, but stay in school and just get educated, and that's, I think, a real important thing. I actually got my GED last year, just age 40 or whatever.
Very good.
So yeah.
Awesome.
And how about you, Ariana?
Well, I've done a lot of things this year that I'm really proud of. I've quit smoking after 20 years of smoking. I'm getting fit for the first time in my life. I'm losing weight. I'm doing all these things, and the mantra that I have, and I just kind of have looked back over everything I've done to get where I am, is do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait for the right time, the right circumstances. Don't wait for somebody to help you. If you've got to get somewhere or do something with your life, don't hesitate. Do it now.
That's a great advice, and just take the step. Don't wait.
Right.
You create your circumstances.
Absolutely.
After you take the first step, you figure it out pretty soon what the second one will have to be.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we have a special surprise for our viewers. We are going to actually see a performance from the Rocketeria themselves. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm home, and I love it. I'm home, where I belong.
It's always nice to come home, but many Americans are at risk of foreclosure and losing their homes. Making home affordable from the U.S. government has already helped over 1 million struggling homeowners like these. The sooner you act, the better chance we can help you.
I'm home, where I belong.
Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. Confucius.
Welcome back to the Master Method, everyone. That was
awesome.
great,
Bravo.
guys. What a great performance. That was amazing.
I love that you're showcasing your students. You know, and you were
Right.
in there too. But
Yes.
what was the age range of the kids you were playing with?
I would say early middle school to high school range.
They're talented.
Yeah.
How young do you take him at your store?
Well, we always say we're seeing them as young as 4, but you know, the younger they are, the more of a roll of the dice it is if it's actually going to stick. So you know, I think 8, 9, 10 is certainly a good age to give it a shot. I didn't start till I was 13, like I said. So it's everything happens younger nowadays. As you
If people want to get a hold of you or get in contact with you or find your business, your Rocketeria, what is the best website they can find you at? Or in a telephone number, maybe?
Rocketeria is, if you Google Rocketeria, it's like cafeteria, but rock, Rocketeria. And we'd love to have .com, but somebody in Spain owns that. So we've got Rocketeria, we've got .biz, or just if you Google Rocketeria in Olney, you'll find us.
Any telephone number they can call you directly?
Sure.
301-774-5690. Facebook.com/Rocketeria.
Oh, very
Twitter at the Rocketeria, I believe.
Rocketeria, right.
Rocketeria.biz,
People
as you
can
say.
follow you.
But
And I'm sure there's a lot of people like
they're gonna
me,
be looking
because
for
I
you.
always wanted to learn how to play, the guitar.
You might have a new student soon.
Oh my gosh, ever since I was a kid. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that they want to learn how to play instruments. They want to put their kids in in lessons, guitar lessons or whatever instrument they're pursuing.
Any age.
no
any
push-ups
age.
if you play a long chord. Not for you.
I see. Well, it was a pleasure having you guys on the show with us. Thank you so much for
you
being
for having us.
and sharing your wisdom. And I'm very excited that you got the chance to come and share with our audience what music is all about. And truly, it's not just about playing the instrument. It's about what it means to people to do that, and what effects has it in the mind, and even in the soul of someone.
I was going to say that mind, body, and soul.
It goes so much farther than just learning a bunch of notes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So thank you very much for being with us on the show,
you guys.
and hopefully we can have you again very soon.
All right.
Got it.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show this week. It was a pleasure having Dave and Ariana with us, the owners of Rocketeria. And as always, we love being in your living room. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And I will see you next week. I wish everybody the most absolute success, prosperity, but most importantly, inner peace. And again, I will see you next week.